106.3 FM Sunie. Adishma mayemo bibia kwaba. Eradi Adom ena joy asanso ahia biwa. Na ye burning issues dwumade ne de brewo. Ensama edi kanedi tie ena Ghana ewo so obi kanti atenase ye beka. Unim si atenase sey ya na chese ensam no ye benya daje ne di hu nkomo na afa ya hwe kwan a ye befa so obetimi aboa Ghana. Na ene asema me di chance ene se me won paye bia ya me bo minim sa wo mo san paye ni bia me pa che usua na bo ma Ghana. Abre bia ye bo paye Awurade ne ehia somdwe na Ghana nyeye na Ghana nkoso eno wo ho. Ba me paye ba ko ni se Awurade ma ehaw atorenche kese bia esi won krofo aman so ebi nsi Ghana. Se hurricane jeno se hurricane beni so se hurricane hwan yi. Sadako ye da sore ne ebe hu hurricane ya ana se hurricane ya manu a. How are we going to solve it as a people? If your institutions are less resourced, disaster will betray you. And ebi na course no makola ya a dime 1 2 3 4 shop will chance here from one store. Let me share a complete building. And people were accusing fire service and no more buy and no more can and then so nim ni ade. But may you say equipments no ho but in so ni ho. The equipments are there but umunyensu. I was so amko kaneshi no mako senso dia ba bedumja. How many times no mbeko kaneshi beba and do you think the fire will still be waiting for them? Then they be so cow in a military for the buy and no machine no and they are powerful. So I asked a simple question. Fire service for na yabo almost for one common yading. They are making do with the resources we've given them. The idea more and I don't know what they are Jumano. And media empire bonus say Radima disaster be a sombro subia more mangana earthquake cases in Crawford my sweet. Eba. How are we going to solve it? How are we going to handle it? And do we even have the resources? I never come. Oh my, so 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Per day, rough and nipa na kum nipa. 20 minutes, na kum nipa. And Yamon Paya said, Radinya Dumna, and so will be my mangana so. But I was here resource here institutions. Resource woman assemble na to ne so friend no oba no nkuta hwe a. Who do you blame? Do you blame the personnel or also blame you or my also omo no ma? A word to the wise. Your friends here Adom 106.3 FM so niam akwaba emra burning issues. Jumadie so Franco Trading Enterprise in the Kutayas in the Franco Trading Enterprise. Franco the mobile phones are back. Obi aja tum some Franco mobile phones there. Exceptional. Wamunu obia ni challenge, wamunu obia ni achinye, wamo phones so demu fua. And now Franco ama phone tonwa ya kono se obi apeso ton bie. What the printers by Mimekona Jetum or de printing oma. Sounds na Franco. What the laptops buy and now this your phone or my tum tablets or my tum. And what the Franco TV about TV papa. The bia me can say you know. Yeah, the Franco TV and you enjoy a pa because yenya 1 clear pictures, 2 yenya sound papa commentary no otene de. Etiko www.francotrading.com and francophones.com. Ne place the order na baby a wo bia no Franco emfa mrew. Na alomobites yansa nubra ene nutan ene aka bom ne de aye. Ene de alcohol extract kakra ye de aka ho sa de be ya. Wonoma wo betene de na afi wani so ye who are you na afi aduane so besi wa. What me aye bo ama aduane na kasa hu sa mpa se wo ba ne ba enti no bomode a sese boys betena sia eye alomobites. Uni 18 years a onka ho yesesura de fo a achichide won tobi wo ye oba wo ma akwada no fo a eno so wonka ho Sanso ena wo yoba na so ye penfo so a eno so kuro ya wonka ho ti bomodia se obenom sadia na ye alomo bitters DBS e the Colorlink Plus aso yasene Colorlink Plus ma menka ho asem cho e nchanse a e papa emu odu o de ball dance so ya febo wo mo edibia ball mo dance no de o mbetumi edi ho dance eti se wo bi tie na so de bia ball dance so de make obeka se kwakuku anim na asem na no na wo ka no what ya say eti football dance so unsuro awia enso beto awia bebo wonim sa de pa e na de ball dance so enti unsuro hwe wo mo na aso ya sene ema anwumre yi obidum bie kwaku aduku memetina konwam ade ama menua ba ABY akua boachi wa yi Adom wo me ba bia wo bia no me chawate me gidi so ho ye enti ye na bre na ja akra me so me kope ba bi ntina na menyema home na ene ya ba bedi nkomo bi enkomo na ye bedi ne ye hyase na wotwe etwa mu ne ye toa so ya de ho hia ebeboa me eti shamo Facebook kache wu ne ase ya ba burning issues ya ba be ka Ghana ho nsem enti wontie bi se de be ono so betimi ho de ekoso wo mayimu Joko Adarment your live on Facebook. Yes, also on YouTube. Kwajo Fojo listo well. And summer sne. Emma ya the burning issues you made ebro war. Se producer Sasuna Joshua Kwame Kulenu. Abed nego kwesia Sanchez Yeduni Milovan. Woman na boni chidom bana don tintim near tight. And I atanas ne radiadom. And Sam Radio Prof. Kasam Rinkeja. Akwase sawo na egu abrewaso na nka motimu baby na nka mo dwenem ho ne nkra idi agrona mo hwe mo ne ade na so Ghana ho do nti waba nyamisha wate nyamisha and also simple mind kra me hu mask ni ti man shada hu animie but oba na me study yi na so no we prof na ko no ti na me du achiboko sa ne ade ko bi anka oba nko ayikuntan ne hu nkra no but we simple nyamisha na ya prof enkuntabuo no mas usana ope mas pa on
na me pe mas
so say you say mas there na nka de pa hu mas teacher there be ka say be mas no go school no kwa na ho tension be fa because ebia ye hu kwan no nti ani antimi anye ho but they good some people like you are there obi a wo de ope yenso ye fa baby na dia na mu abepie ha wonso awrade Adom wo de wakopie baby a wo pie a wo so momanga na nti ye da se so how does it feel say aban kuntabu for penye
me da se na mafa kwan de me chia wote wona wote we na around this time pressure no wom osande population housing census were in every 10 years into a government statistician or ye edwuma kesa odawanim into bisam sisei mesia me feel make the pressure no do so kakra because we dey make sure that when I deploy we na wo ye da e peda we apart from that we edwuma or you fulfilling kwesi broni baka or you fulfilling in the sense that ekosua wo school all these years that actually mkrofo school all these years now any opportunity in there ebe the practicality of it and you feel very fulfilling the edwuma to them.
So beyond population and housing census so time in within that space na dia na ya moye dia na supervisor
Ghana Statistical Service objecting the yebo provide the statistics ama a ban until nyama bia ye hwe oye inflation bosum bia ye calculate inflation every quarter na every annual be so bia so ye calculate your gross domestic product any flagship statistical product ye dey to go onu nature no so ye other statistical products the producer price index ye dey to go every month and in between intercensus period me find the census now we're in 2010 and a CCR 2021 population housing census in within that 10-year period no in-depth analysis into every 5 years we are Ghana living standard survey every 5 years we are demographic and health survey into our surveys between the intercensus period no making sure that na hunyama because census obey yenwa wonyama be hu until within the census period no they make sure that dam nyama na we boy yenwa won make sure that ya hu nhwehwe mayata see
I see a pet time na dako on waba be che no mabim esan se pempi se ready budget we a what GDP, inflation, amortization of loans, and on the ordinary Ghanaian no, to some men. You find say a layman who say I had you bebrebe ya munya dajon na namunchechim. Said ya be ya woka asem na nipa na wotie no ebe so oh okay we na work na watimi dia toto na brabo relatability then na mwatimi appreciate asem ni ye nti ebe pa da je pa na da ko betena no achiche yemu ye ka GDP HSN micro economy hwan economy munkonte boyi ehefa na kokosi de ne ye de magana fo ne ade but for now no yemra census ne so be se na wotwe ne nakakra ni 27th na eye census night nti free ekone de na isa kenkan na ekoso akenkan na ekoso ne ade mokeka bu ma yemfa se be 9 days ni nti ekone fu odu so far Prof, ye said ye wo as the leader, reporter de brownie. How would you describe the process?
Medase in the doubt or do our tree or in the 8th day no Sunday you started census 9 celebration no on the 27th the medical can no na main enumeration ankasa or shall see 28th into 50 Monday kept him in the this our 8th day of the data collection exercise. Now also no fatter the make the 27 no so no you count you can wanna work to when wanna order institutions or short stay and I want to wear outdoor sleepers but the can ankasa or shall say Monday 28th June 20.
So even though there was a counting on the 27th no 28th and officially no
yes
yes shall see
yes shall see
it na watching
na watching nyame adom ejumedja otedame de ebenya no challenges kakra but challenge be enyi ho a we sisi a yentum nkade ya anticipate na so far so yentum nsamante nti se bisama mekade wa akoboko na se ntukura mekadame de in census ya ye only your first digital census nti adekra ode ehwe edetutu na kade why smooth ni whether what systems are put in place in na ready nti me find the CCI emit headquarters made ye deploying for 67,419 what ye dwuma mo into adekra mo digitized census in there debia minya information awarded but through the dashboard na ya set up into 28 years shall say na mo buta krenye there me make sure the enumerators na wo field ni na no mo hu the worry ye dwuma war sync data to head office into CCI your dashboard na ya set up to be monitoring nyame adom ni na ye dwuma
dashboard no it saying
into dashboard no on my information to them amiti can me find this obi wo wa municipal no oye edwuma ho indicator ebu hu do oye edwuma nye there so oye interview ni we are or the data and by brain will head office through the internet in his head office say data and by hit yes 7 will head office now it's an indication then you pakono because you both share GPS coordinator or the sync data into ebu hu location or the damn data and the brain into damn systems in an American sensors no so you deploy in at different levels to ensure many can say your international independent monitors are about 20 of them. Your also your national monitors are your supervisors, your regional and district team, now your field officers. Now me adum 28 and now we now on the ground now worry you to ensure the census no way complete coverage in accurate data collection. Sisi aminyoka say oye da wotwe ye didam komo yi yensa ka data for the first 7 days and fen yensa baka index in oye da otodo awotwe no data yenya data for all our 16 regions yenya data for all our 272 statistical districts na census jumedin so osande ye per complete coverage no ya chiche country no
beba demarcations and divisions ni every yenimsa 14 days na modi dwuma no so within that 14 days every week bi ha no na target bi o ho na and per the monsa aka no matimi amiti that target for 1 week na mo ka say monsa timi aka figures na bibia na say netia
internet nanka meba enumeration areas because the third indicator of my hu there ye dwuma no okodo smooth in there out of the 51,913 enumeration areas we dey make sure the data reba from all of them menyoka say yenya data from 99.2% of the enumeration areas it's only the data you expect in are complete question you be say no in assessing 14 days yen sabaka data or not no. Yeah, the bottle to maybe one. Regions bu ho no ho adwuma or in other regions. Me find the Greater Accra, Ashanti region, Eastern and Central. These are regions I yet find that they are emerging regions or some the localities every now and then no, they are coming up. Into demarcation I 2 years ago, me find the Greater Accra, UMCC and Eco Baby today. Ponkatamanso, Gan West, Gan North. These are areas, are buildings within a short space of time. But now Abasur. Into Jumeda, CCR, 9 out of the 16 regions, across the 50%. Sorry, 50% no here because your data in 7 out of 14 days. Into one would have expected that what benchmark biano able use around the 7 days should be 50%. Into 9 out of the 16 regions in data Yensaka or Greater Accra is above 50%. The other 7 regions, no, the CCI annual compa regions now making Greater Accra, Ashanti, Eastern, and Central region. CCI Greater Accra, Jumano, we are just about a third of the data here. In the other regions, in i.e. Ashanti, Eastern, and Central, no, they are all hovering around 39 to 44%. Inti yeshe nyima there. Them 7 regions now ya cross 9 regions now ya cross 50% no. Nyamebo boy hena ye by the 11th. Now quickly no ya mobilize and crofuna we be ye juma wo Greater Accra, Ashanti na Eastern and Central region.
Ntinese ahano emuda ho kakra. Instead of say omobe fan crofuna bi aka nanka mo de we mo na ba be complement what is going on.
Dieben because census ejumedin sebeka ya be census na ye training crofo for 11 days. Inti sisi abibia ye wono nyama na ye ba frankrofo na ye train on processor ye ko through we dey rely on ye buffer when I was standby na hono so wo wie edwuma nentam na ye move one abadi ayada ya sha support it because them can ye use ye standby ye training crofo 70,000 na sisi ye 67,419 wo ye edwuma ma hen inti ye buffer of about 2,581 menyoka say ye deploy be to Gan West, Gan North. I will support edwuma
Adom 106.3 FM so ni burning issues any eguso ayede ema ono na prof yenhwe I've had the opportunity monkrofo ni bi mini o madi nkomo ma follow bi mo akọ 4 different houses akọ monitored said the normal AC because last week near ha and we talked a lot about said the normal AC how best we can also help to ensure say a normal be happen any day. Yeah, recruitment process now. What are some of the things I'm consider here? And sana who say okay, we in terms of enumeration, in terms of even how to ask the questions, because problems are nipani binya it might not be abusive or insulting, but then you say, I will be some question and all these things. So what went into the recruitment process?
For the first time, you have a sense of Jumadasino, you see, you bude, you pede yaba franco for no bed that made you may now cut nephew. Into your dream who there or there, your man for build the work career out of this enumeration work. Into 2019, in a set up the Efran Enumerator Bureau platform. Now you're inviting Crofuna catch on there. Apply on the platform with the intention that it build a career or as an enumerator and eventually become a researcher and analyst, and then you climb up the ladder. Into your set up minimum criterion at SHS. Once you've written it and you have the 6 passes now, you can enroll or register.
Including mathematics.
Yeah, specific there, including mathematics, because the work of an enumerator should not be biased towards mathematics. No,
but nipani bebunkunta. It is a nipane banas adi di wa dances will be to me bunkunta no. That is mathematics. Say ashensudi ni wa. I don't know, but unye ni se hokakra no.
Ana mekani yakade passes. Yanka strictly to them at Eriko University or Bekede, make sure they are passing maths, English in an integrated science and whatever you are doing. But Yakede, we wanted the passes and young Kenny the thought as at that time no was to get people to build a career out of it. If you deny in Crawford at that very early stages, eventually you can help them build their career and progress. Then you've done them a disservice at that very early stage. That was the minimum, and let's keep in mind that was the minimum. Over the 2-year period in 2019 kept in 2021, Yenyan Crawford 233,000 were apply on the platform. And now desktop screening. Now desktop screening, share there. One information either to platform or a completer. Into me find obi say more SHS. I upload with certificate. Yes, if I upload the ID card, I upload the ID card. Yes, if I reference bra. Yes, it demonstrates experience. Into desktop screening no number not the 233,000 to 206,000. And now akahen bosum ekwe nafa na ya census. Na census jumedin mesiotin or there recruit from localities. Osande so obi keji information will be where nimpakron be comfortable say onyim nimpakra or be sandam question. And because of languages no kasa ye kan na ye pede recruit from the localities. Into 206,000 applications na ye no ye dini na kama district coordinating directors were chairpersons of the District Census Implementation Committee. And as part of the census implementation, issued 272 statistical districts Ghana Hana. Constitute District Census Implementation Committees or DAM district in name, which is chaired by the District Coordinating Director. Now on criteria to do in-person interview. Having in mind there, one of winning localities, one of winning Crawford, no once no winning Kassan now one. In the criterion being there, education level, experience level, whether you've worked with GSS before, and I was COI, now what the brand head office. Now you check it there, your locality representation and now your ranking, and you come on district nibium. Then based on that, one select the top 75%, but 75,000 applicants, but specific to the district and specific to the localities. To them, I'm making to satisfy our two conditions, keeping in mind the minimum education criteria that we set out to do. Into process.
Mimi free Accra and I'm Accra. Na matese ye chodini bi ewa ha. It's no mamen koho. If you are not from the area, a bit difficult say it be a opportunity.
But na yem peden crofbo to coin if you baby crack or baby na wake damage me giving inyame be na medical chemical because it's a certain cranha na say en kasa work on me find the upper east and upper west ekwa e be den you one eating common one more responses and you use the word interview but actually data collection or yen komodi to put the respondent at ease. Now also at the whole interview process now say and dama you are going to board the respondent and it will read each question over and over again is going to take a longer period into your pobi or kasana or intent of the question now say now while you're interviewing conversational now when you're informational yepe
inti say so far ya funny panning in area, but meaning so what the issues of accusations of political bias and all these things. Meaning, what TBBs are? Oh
yes, Yatin on both sides, and there were pockets of it, but Yatin were not all the regions, but across a number of regions. Inti baby cry yeti damasemi Savannah region, yeti bisu northeast region, na yeti bisu central region, and there were instances na one party is blaming the other, and the reverse would be the case in other regions. Into up.
But sano maneba ohe processes here mo fe mu and sana mo francophone but before then no. Oman for joining here live on Facebook. Ye di Ghana hon komo ye hwe. Edin Churchwa Ekoso Ghana Adeshia Yekin Kome and Professor Samuel Kobna enim ina aiding komo or a government statistician any and twetwe komo ne e wo ben any issues so nti ko Facebook a mesawa leave a comment there and say who question be a che wadwene so a that is why we are here anything atena se na afi waja no ho so that prof wa idea na ye bisa ne preko na no ye bia wo ho a no de amaye eti no o processes na mo fe mansa na mo fa nkofo no ne sa issues here by politics, the accusations and counter accusation any ade from where you sit say na wo no na hamo na ye matete
men kada ohoyen because you anticipate 2010 year census, 2000 year census, we have a sense to which some of these interference obotum aba up. Nyamiadum 2021 population housing census support a yenye fee top government officials no, it's so unprecedented. Into dam sem yosha in Ghana Statistical Service, osande census jumedin yawo a national census steering committee no, ye the two chairperson of the national census steering committee nenim. Fortunately on the committee no, yawo ministers be what that key ministries are now what madam challenges here resolve. One of the ministries are hen to quickly resolve some of these things here. The Ministry for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development. Lower level governance structures ni no is under their auspices. Inti minister no osi no ye nyene kase na places are your challenges or intervening mani na no brade. Inti owom de oba abat nyame adom yetum overcome those challenges.
Your processes nankasa if we say shase no. So far how many days? 11 days now we training now.
Yes, 11 days na ye training.
11 days.
Yes.
It were 11 days na. Sa period na enough to prepare enumerators now. Our mukubisa over 100 questions.
Census Jumedin Mesiot in there. Ensure I reframe na nkede eke census. Census be our baby no. You start with trial censuses. And per our experience in the past, now per UN recommendations, no, at least or there are 2 trial censuses, and they all should be within 1 year prior to the main census undertaking. COVID-19 no be anything no. Yeah, 2 trial census in we no. Or but days there or there yeah 3rd trial census because 2nd trial census also COVID-19 into no. In bro but demin now or more than 1 year. Into census yeah what benefit from 3 different trial censuses. Sent to crowd made trial census ya be me there. Trial census ni nano on my an opportunity to assess the efficiency, effectiveness of our processes. One of which is the training. Inti no one of the
the same enumerators na no mo and I say ebi mo be fry.
Trial census is on a smaller scale until the main census na no Ghana high na and inti is not the same set of enumerators. Me find the 3rd trial census no no district scope or Fantiakwa South district. Na previous ones no na there were 3 or 4 districts. Into the scale of trial census no is smaller than the main census. Into pilot number of days to assess the effectiveness of training. Into Kuyesu 8 days, Kuyesu 10 days. Then we repeated the 10 days biome with a hybrid of virtual and in-person training. Into dam census dam training for census. One of the things I for the first time that materials not available to the field officers ahead of the training. Into some of them went through it before the training itself started. And all this information, Sisi Amnyoka say, still at Woguye website. Into per assessment during the trial census and the 11 days that we offered during the training, we are confident that young Crawford will take Nyamana Sansana will field that collect data.
But be omu bura field and so munya feedback be so more field into on a bekwa ba be money. Beyond the Onobeba canon, do you have any mechanism? Yemfan is a more oncophobia, almost bit me a feedback of Sadia Moncof when he perform on the ground.
Census nation, ya the multiple layers atutuma Obama ya check eduma enumerator or ye. The first layer in there, every 3 to 6 enumerators biano was supervisor across other nano. Into them 67,419 na making 11,197 of them supervisors. To them are making every 3 to 6 enumerators biano we have a supervisor. Supervisor ejuma oyedo here to check the enumerator or any the friend re-interviews. Into supervisor bia for every enumerator or that why bian equal back now is select 5. Now system because of digital census no tablets nankasa randomly will choose the households enumerator na ye. Now all accord now also a bisa the same question. Now you develop a system in there. You the enumerator no responses you the bottle 2 all supervisor no. Now you share consistency and inconsistency or by app. So inconsistencies no over 30%. System will automatically push it to the district level, which is our second level of checking what the enumerator does. In all our 272 statistical districts, no, we have a 4-member district data quality management team. The district census officer, the district IT officer, the district field supervisor, and the district data quality monitor. They are in each of our districts. If it's more than 30% of inconsistency between supervisors and enumerators now, then the 4-member DDQM will take it up and also go and do a re-interview to check whether the source of inconsistency of the enumerator of the supervisor, and then depending on baby free ban your free BB retraining or coaching them while they are in the field. In the the second level of checking the completeness and the accuracy of the data enumerator. If the district not able region. In all our regions also we had the same structure there in terms of a regional IT person, a regional data quality monitor, a regional field supervisor, and obviously we had our regional statisticians also there. And these are the structures within Ghana Statistical Service. But for purposes of the census, at the national level, you constitute the 4th and 5th levels of intervention. On a meeting can make CCI across the country we have 70 national monitors. I draw on mainly from the universities and complemented it with what experience or previous censuses and our surveys. And through the United Nations Population Fund, so to them I'm meeting there were international independent monitors. Within Africa here now, into Ishema, the work of the enumerator is being checked, reviewed at 6 different levels to ensure that we have accurate data coming through.
Adom 106.3 FM burning issues. Yegusu yehe. Ghana disha ye kenkan wo mono how smooth is the process. Ekwan ben ne fa so a ekoye de ekoye de ma ana sa babia mpanyimfo tin bibi o ebetimi aye eno ene yegusu a ye di ho enkomo nti babia wo bia no messages no mehu bi e wa ha mehu Collins wo message e wa ha ye be per time ni akọ messages na fi questions no so ye bisa prof ansa na obe free we free so far ye twa 8 days enti 8 days no manya any reason say bia say processes here working enumerator bia the bibia dia e was a supervisor kono kobo achi and I say bia was get it to the district level and I say get it to the other place sa kopim say beba bedroom ho ansa na foreign observers ni ade omo ha nyina no mo so atimi abe part. Have you had any course and I say mo hu bibia e was mo ko achi a maye bibisa within that 8 days now?
Oh yeah, in the ka say na ended that we betwemi inyame bi abotu ye nyima ye di huduma osande tidama ye di ken na ye akadebia no. This is the first time I hear a fully digital census. Now abotu dwa de yenya 1 or 2 enumerators bia because of the burden of the work why doing on there we botum the paper na ye na later wa transfer na egu tablet no do ya set up committee to quickly go and investigate whether that is exactly what they are doing, because saying to cry what the tablets and the collect data and there on additional information kwesi bronye baka para data on yetum assess the work that the enumerator is doing. Ekronye there if you use the tablet now, Obama yes, will start time and will end time. Obama the average number of households are eating in a day. Into bottom day ya do to in terms of quality data na yeah. Into dam enumerator wabo to yenim the oil dam. So far Mnyoka say yenya 2 reports out of the 56,000 enumerators are war field CCR.
Into yan fan some enumerator. Me pesa me yen intem. I feel comfortable with writing instead of some use tablet. Into okay nene mamenye. I'll state my start time. Anytime I'm the way ni nyina wo paper na so me we papa maboni nyina me dey send them. What about that?
No, we are not entertaining that. All enumerators should use the tablet for the data collection. To them, I'm making we need the para data not generated manually. Example, the enumerator nankasa but no now at your start time. No nankasa so what now at your end time. Nanya dam na ye time na ye papin dam na ye na CCA ye the tablet ye the collect the data. And we need to synchronize what start and end time no with your GPS coordinates. It is a one kasa tina baby na echoa. Yes, you bring your damn information, but you in tune in synchronize your GPS coordinate because you from 2 years to go there. You collect data and with GPS coordinate is synca you boom into day to synchronize your coordinates with the timing that we have on the data.
That's a very fun some about multimedia. It me multimedia na me and some me bo na me de send them one. Because of baby amijina internet, it can help you identify some mijina ha and but me ko feel control there.
Exactly.
Nina from one place.
Exactly. And na yada to why you check the enumeration area you to because enumeration area you to your GPS coordinates needed. Into you be expected there. Data about collecting that brain and will be within the confines of the enumeration area.
Monko phone be befima omo baby service and I had the opportunity to interact with them. So they be at least met me at no man see. But I dear back who and say it looks as if the tablets no questions no. I had I had to say exams near Bissau state this and explain subsection A B 18 fan send ni pan buy and observe okay e dey be adwuma now here me boy adwuma me no I was so kohwe category me adwuma no fall under any yi enti it take time. I don't know, but maybe from where I sit sanka munya time more Emma Woma and Canipan offered unya boy jumani dia when him so okay me ko pay here and answer me call this part I had to meet me anya way I feel na nipa no search there be any ho no kwa no akọ search any ho obewie no waste time me wow sanka munim offered da ko metimi akọ ntema me save time ne akan nipa bebre onye ni sir.
I mean definitely sir anka your call beyond the 11 days, it would come with some additional benefits in terms of knowledge impartation. But to them, we tested it and we knew the 11 days was enough. But I'm not ruling out the fact that if you had made it 15 days, 20 days, then the knowledge impartation would be higher. But the infantry there, this is a very cost-intensive exercise. You put into classroom 80,000 people. 76,500 people facilitators for 11 days. The training component took about a fifth of our total cost for the census. In as much as we need to find the balance between when you would have obtained
all the bar into figures how much would that be?
The whole census cost 521.3 million Ghana cedis, and training cost us close to 100 million Ghana cedis. Wow!
So the more organization about one place, and I'm and I say in the various districts.
Yeah, in the various districts. The recruitment is at the lower levels of administration, i.e., the localities that we have. Until we had 1,896 classrooms. You training them 76,500 field officers. Until it was at the locality level.
Until we be for the space. You find say school, a hotel, baby and you have to pay for it. And sign a movie in Yania or movie. Say a be free baby about where the training is going on now. There was some more accommodation.
Yes.
For that period.
Yes.
Nina can home be.
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
wow.
Intina you try there you be fix the training no at a time you benya access to either the senior high schools or the other tertiary institutions. But remember you are doing there on all the districts and you benya these facilities or into districts are you down facilities we had to fall on other facilities that were more expensive to accommodate.
Burning issues in the Guswaya de Brono Franco Trading Enterprise, Alomo Bites and the DBS in the Kutaya Sane Guswa, Yadema on the Professor Samuel Kobna and Nim, and I aiding Komo, a government statistician, and the NHN Commons. I would know you school none boy meeting. None boy meeting, but the radiadum we have ya overcoming. Yeah, there are dancing. Yeah, questions. Nibi, I'll go Facebook. I do want a message out there about. Good evening, Mobo Juma. God bless you so much for the good work you are doing. Now, but could be a message. Okay. Or see a friend at Dansaki message out there, but also a degree in computer data services. And also a second degree in big data analysis. But at the end of the day, or buy or apply, manfano. Bibi or bit we are accounting for that, irrespective of Nipan experience or educational background or one KB and Kejuman ko bit me aye ne bibi ase na bibinti na yentimi amfa no
training recording that means I'm semi be but two obadedi ma ibinum wo ho amankasa me follow up in fact only who previous qualification as the criteria to be selected to participate. Assessment into all qualification just gives you an entry into it. Now you obede there honum na wo higher qualification to them question and way bisano. It's either that we need time into 11 days training when you pakono by 4 days. If you are in Pakono will take you any serious because when him there he has that understanding. Into Obida, my first question in there, or apply it to become a field supervisor because need degree or order to go CCNO. Obey him who there or apply as a field officer, either as an enumerator or supervisor. I want to apply for a district IT officer or a regional IT officer because people like that, one to support the digital census either at the regional level or at the district level. Now, one of them qualification that will apply for either the district or the regional A, we engage them not less than 3 months. And over the period, some of them were not simply available. Into BBDAM, the first thing I met them there or attended all our virtual sessions. That time in COVID-19 also are doing then you move into the virtual engagement. You to set up virtual engagement and then you can logging in on them throughout the session. And so based on your participation on the virtual platform and the duration that you spend on it, is one of the criteria you're selecting because most of them had the qualification, but clearly not commitment or the time was not available for them to do the work.
There's a qualification, no enough.
Or just entry. Through. It's just entry. Qualification is just entry. Irema your assessment, your attendance, and sana more kwende participate.
Collins Dansaki once I hope so with me answer my what or minim they apply for because one city, but at least prof amiki attempt what goes on into the selection near the sikasem sign it here and readers how are we going to because we share bimu pa bia omonam na bimu de chine yesi omoso any other is not easy sikane ye de
odzikan ma memfa ndasema wona wodo won ho ato the warrior dam edmay amagana man enumerators na supervisors and all the other census officials warbo edwuma pa especially in areas at the meeting can or difficult to work in, and especially during insutobria baby how I flooded and having to walk or traverse all these areas nyamine the one I said the word one how to madam edmay again sikasam yamfonto to try census na census jumedin oyada osun intimate can make try census ama yetuma access inyame bi try census oye 3 trial census na ye na no wana wo ye adwuma ma he na no ye ti on call 2,100 Ghana cedis. What won here some to go often the difficulty in the work and so on and so forth. Na here so ye di e koto ye mpemfu enyim na da wo ye ma he there instead of they able to on 2,100 Ghana cedis obi a oye adwuma ma he from the 13th of June yes share chalking and listening as to the 11th of July anyame adoma yebo wie enumeration in most of the areas no over that more or less 1 month period no nipa kro no ye tuan 2,520 Ghana cedis if you are an enumerator, which is just about a month's work. And a supervisor so ye tell call 2,940 into dam she in a edit to go and sana ye sign a contract ma what do who at the 1 year that made me Ghana
2,520 as an enumerator. And now you supervisor, and you're 2,940
as a supervisor.
No, that's and you're bad. And you're bad. At least, yeah. It says, can we are on Babaji and some more upfront payment.
Until she share the 2 on you there. Ishe Jumana say, Namia Duma on the 13th. 7 days into the work, able to call 30%. And this is here, Minoka say, yeah, the year we now 30%, no, with the exception of one man accurate G money number, and number you are making a very negligible because you use G money platform, no. Unfortunately, even one man or other relatives, or numbers, or WhatsApp numbers are on your G money money. And these are the few pockets of challenges are in terms of the payment. But apart from that, no, obiane 30% ye chanaka. And I share in there. If ye jumana na se yensa kan wo data na tablet ana nyama ye de more de fe ye juman itum hand ni na over de my hena na wo 70% abaka no so ye date ye 12 call
adkwoti ama me bisa sa ne se wo hia bi ma wotum se mo ya especially mo start ye no wo hia bi ma me normally what I do ne se me hia bi mo na se kakra wo ho a de odebenum so de then ya ubenya essential yonko da no da what you say. And this is one thing I met pagana for chona mase. So these are our own people. Ejuma no moye. Intino. So we share no na insu kra you can also do that. Yes, say be a way bribe and ye one bribe no the idea na bribe na je ho and our dear free ho. But at least a be buama system na ho ke kanon mo de ejuma na ade no bibia timi akonkan. Ye was a prof. Now, I witnessed one thing last week na me kan once and this week me saw witness even. Monko phone bi ko bi fie the person yes a doctor was in the private life in a life. And for that matter, when you're willing, so will be able to share in a private life. Well, sometimes questions need be bizarre. It's been a while since me kwatna so okay, you new interview near day. But time I obi some questions no maybe play with my dream any day. And so when you ubi a way willing sometimes why we are the resisting intimidation. Mate honsem microphone be a report ya mamu. The way any penny be set to your voice be a cool be voice no mama. Nipa no ebo ma obi amfi later na ya sane kraman motin samsa
yati ibisu opo a we ko police nenyi police fu we wasua bia what the other way why into oyada again no ya anticipate.
Wow enti o the prof yentie voice we mra on
yeah, field project by me no kase and krama di kogu beso ese krama du agu so me say me refi agu say omo oba obi anu ha opie omo ofi ho ma me bo agu bi no oje so me ase krama na apie say me anu reti no say me nya de yo na me yes say ka me pie na krama ba ta me ase krama ato ase me so the residents they say fa 20 PAC ya bohu de rua said you say a district no kwa now so ya bohu de TV radio so said you was so mo educate mo kakra emeritus en ba mo nchen ya munya abutre ene opepa na mo nji o na we ne for God and country ye nyina ye de abo o man me no kase mi teacher ni now so enna mo man no ho donti ye nyina ye de ho agima ye bi abo o man.
Prof we asante achem in a see okwa akokan nipa no obomu ne nipa na mpi but rather osane ne kraman se bibi sa ba emra bi ho if somebody, because maybe a champion says one man who quite my young kind wa and no cry is an offense, is there any such law? Bibi Satamuchi.
Yes. Into Jumeja ye or legal backing. Statistical Service Act or Ghana or 2019 Act 100. Statistical Service Act or Ghana Mamping Ordinance Shasi or 24th October 2019. Issue clause 54 of Statistical Service Act 1003 now. It talks about offenses and penalties. Now or sub clauses no or cheche ada obeya eya oye offensive e kronye de ebo refuse de eba my information e krosunye de eba my information na onya no kwar na krosunye de eba obstruct eduma enumerate and orye. Third one na marking ye de toto ho nyimpa oboi mbodom de one time dam one chase dam enumerate or obstruct in the work na damadi iya law nekede, you can be imprisoned up to 12 months, or you can be charged
12 months, that is 1 year.
12 months, that is 1 year. Or you can be charged with 200 units of imprisonment, or both, depending on the severity of what you have done. Into clearly, the law is clear on why you should provide information for the development of the country.
Onya sure say ebia emreya working, yes, but so one chima many pane who are winning the pane dealing at least many pane who say if you don't do this, these are the punitive measures we need so train that home so that can only be what crazy at said ye can a bianca munko in terms of letting the people know the legalities and no more air back money at there.
Inti census Jumedino you set up 5 work streams. One of the work streams near publicity, education, and advocacy. Into me, census are in publicizing ejumana AKN in your public education, in advocacy on why people should be part of the activity. Into as much as possible, we try to increase publicity around the census, educate people around the census, with the aim there you being a work cooperation. Into the thing that we do to start with is to get people to understand why other way a census activity. Into your public education campaign, your man the relationship between able provide information now one kasaso well-being moving forward. Mijiti there dam jumeja ye din or boy ye. But having said that, based on Wankasa war experiences in the past with some of these exercises, war resentment or war with some issues in the country or one issue or the other, one avail one for such exercise. Even before I talk about the laws, the legalities, the punitive measures, what constitutes an offense, one of the things I pede and I to get people to be aware, appreciate, and cooperate with our census officials doing this work.
Yeah, Sam Rawi, does it is it limited to Ghana phone kwa? Ghana phone kwa na Sam Rawi bit me a room say be a Ghana ni waba me fie me su wanya de amema information. Okay, man say wa my information I say atwa so. E no na afi atam on e do but obi free ne man mo ba no betena o man mo obi tell I want my privacy. And for that matter I'm not giving that information.
Because census operations in for only Ghana for, and for that matter, all our statistical data collection operations does not restrict it to Ghana for na. Into census in Mesia or all inclusive. Though here I spend the 27th June or Ghana. Into take you pay I visited where we have a lot of foreign nationals in there. Educated them, sensitized them about the census activities to make sure they back on one account. Until law is not limited to only Ghana for it's limited to all persons who are in Ghana and for that matter would have to avail themselves for the data collection exercise.
But so far Mati send pani bi kase enyadia mema me ho kwan.
Oh yati.
Mati.
Yati.
Edia na mo na mutu.
Menyoka CCR, we are doing a documentation for the consideration of the National Census Steering Committee on the next steps to take. But in between now and time our National Census Steering Committee, we'll be making determination. We are still pursuing the line of trying to convince them on the reasons why they have to participate. Inti binu about to yenima, we try at the national level to get in touch with them to do further education on why they have to participate in the activity.
Adom 106.3 FM burning issues neguso ayedema no Professor Samuel Kobina enim a government statistician and netwetwe common yere idin chorchoro Ghana fo aye kenkan yen any matters arising enti yere prof ye kan ye ken wedi ka chi mu say in case obi obstruct adwuma na enumerita ne ye na watch him ubetumi adem afe ubetumi ma 20 penalty units ene
200
yen hwe say yen fan say ma nya bibi e be obstruct me say me ma information na kwa me nam dem ho I'm not interested e na mranika
ona midi kan embrano oya clause 54 no or sub clauses. The first sub clause na can you cannot decide not to provide the information. First sub clause say if you refuse to provide the information, any returns or any estimates, it's considered as an offense.
But nina punishment near pay.
Yes,
if you refuse.
Yes.
And I say be at said you be suma kramai any ubi I was so no makwami and choni ding nimi no so them and I say before the law no nina punishment near pay.
One list about 8 different offenses and a penalties, why and there. It's either 200 penalty units, up to 12 months imprisonment, or both. So that is what is in the law. It's up to the judicial system to make a determination on the area, what more 200 penalty units, the area, what more up to 12 months imprisonment, and a day, what more both the penalty units, the 200 penalty units, or up to the 12-month imprisonment.
Prof, you see opportunity in yensa educated Ghanaians because abosoba na meja paye said you okay obi o na on teda semre bi ho intinebia in one way or the other obi aba na nchema we refusing so menye ebikwa wa jojo ne ade efutu bi ho emra nti ene said you be adwumade no bekoso nti any advice for omo yes ade no
Odi kan to them American no mototo asre won Ghana hey na ende won hu de daye oye oman nimpuntu owom de ayodibi wo baby into bibi into all more kwema emfa ho nje edwuma ye num na se ekede emfa emma na emfa ho nje edwuma ya abade na yeba fa ho na yede tuman yede tumpun wo man into first na me pede me ka che Ghana wona Ghana fu na Ghana he na ende oye yes civic responsibility na ye public education we do memfa ngina civic responsibility mu kwanyim kede oye shared responsibility na me da se da idikan kede yembo ho no po a wodo ho ato wodo wo ye adwuma na onya de wo ba da eba more information but even when they are doing this under these circumstances when it's raining and the terrain is not very friendly to them, no, we need to see it as a shared responsibility. Na do ma makadami de yempede yebo wie da medwume na obekede yankan inti shared responsibility na American ye that to go there nyame aduma 8th na se yen ba ofie yen ba kan wa make use of our call center draw ya dwingina do na yen bra na yen ba kan na a mine on tumpon na se ye kan na se still ano ye nya headway you did to go there. There has a legal backing, and the legal backing na my church and we is the last resort for us. Into as much as possible, no, we want to use persuasion to get people to cooperate in the census undertaking.
If persuasion fails,
then we would have no option than to invoke the law.
Inti yeguso ye bo manfo kokko ye tu omofo ene ade se nipa ne bi o madwene se omuntie de ye ka omuntie de wo ka omuntie the legalities and all these things involved. Is it possible see a baby process no and I say be as a months afterwards nipa ne bi gina court na e bi bedem?
Oh, that is what the law says. If it gets to the point out there, to them I make share listing as who Ashanti region, instance one of our field officers was temporarily held hostage. Into your dam now your police full amende, now police full rem, now war arresting
held me on mentiasia.
Nipakun refie numun waton abum.
So one
manimpe.
For what reason?
Why they obe enumerating? Into AC or Ashanti region, you have police fu among police fu finding Pakrono on you call police station. Now, okay, be sebisa no munsam. Into at the end of the day, Nuni Pakrono or signing undertaking the BB dam on CBO. Into when we have to apply the law now on the Quambia don't know your dam.
This guy here is a question we can sack Samuel. Obsa say, Jumaya okay. Yena yenim said ye didn't come the risk involved. Monkofo ya ye chibi musie enso to mo na mu ewe bo mo na mu ye bien kraman ne ade. Insurance e bata ho.
Census ye entum anye specific insurance in shishe bia no simply because of the cost associated with an insurance package. Inti da ye was to the Bofukase can ye leverage on the national health insurance system. Into one of the things I field officers get into this work having a functional national health insurance registration. Now Bibi Dam Usa, at least the starting point is to make use of the state resource, which is the national health insurance system. Ono nechi yada tugwa ya catch ya field officers na and there. Owa ibenya any form of accident we find there webwe mbodom egudu ana enya snake bite ana enya any motor accident biano ye nja mwanko tema and go through all the process. Ya set up reporting system it moves from field officer to the district to the regional now about to any more head office na mbwebia ode ye na also cost now are associated with it no yetu mabo no ye didam juman.
Wow, Prof. You better say more boy, and pipe when I say right be Adom na fi bibia be kudin. It now akabe 6 days. Na bibia ba na wie ye. Ohwe enana aka no. Adwuma na aka no. Ene Ghana fo ho kekan ye di share dwumadi no. Enumerators no the sort of energy almost so they call field supervisors adwuma na omo ye na after 14 days. Ebe
Sisia data waba kanyensa wa head office into the modi can me church in 9 out of the 16 regions no ye jidi there nyame aduma after the 14 days no yensa ba kan data ye hia all these 9 regions. Census be new why one year mop up exercise equal across all the global census undertaking Biano would have to end off with a period of mop up because there are some of the things that do come up, especially with your census here. We've already had a couple of days that have been rained off our work. It may be we're giving ourselves a certain duration after the 11th of July to ensure that Yabo Kodam BNB, especially for regions now Midtown Kawasam, Greater Accra, Ashanti Central and Eastern region. Messi Ayesh you've been here additional days now you with these other 4 regions.
And that's after 14 days no crano. Or more those regions no benya opportunity.
Yes.
So they be bit me account or more the account. But apart from Sano, Nancy Anamunianum national identification for Omo Church Odini Adeno after the mainstream operations nene no man course no omo BB office store say okay you can go here with me akono akochodi no akojo card ne ade we mo de no mo pap na say ne be
yeah mo pap nsunsuni bia ni mbem from Messia ye main census ni undertaking no or require there ye enumerators no woboko in fear into a registration exercise ye offices will be call. Census does not require you to travel. Census requires you to live your normal life. Census will come to you at your convenience. Now we'll enumerate to once at the right time and at the right place. Into expect today ye be BBA or ye different from what we are doing. We just need additional days to make sure that ya identify obia na ya can obia. You see the advantage of technology. You fancy be a short code be with time going into the future. Mo beto say the be nipa no baby akrana no I ready na mo nkofo no kwa nu ha ono abetimi assist with the process na fi bibia timi akoso. Until I make use of our call center as part of the census operations, you set up call center. Now your expectation you there to them a medical can on the 8th. So yen can wa eba frehe na ama ye hu there. Yen kanu na ye move nkrofo na wa bem yen use short code bia obama nipakrono wa mahen data from a distance. Your mode of data collection will require both a conversation with the respondent and inyameni biswa through observations. Into double den biano or day the enumerator or confuse no collect data na yehian.
The Flexi DJ had a message about our Facebook. Adom 106.3 FM, your Facebook will be say enumerators no more training any adeno. Definitely, be monso or monso adjunibia. One would you say be on the baby to me about was there that engagement mutimi anyone would incomo ideas be mutimi tapi beyond momo expertise na mono.
A more during the trial census than the main census. Today my meeting can no. Trial census na training na free BB debriefing sessions. In a training so every evening no debriefing sessions. During these sessions no it's very interactive and to get feedback from our trainees to improve on the system. Even a can make no trial census no one of the things that came up was the number of days I had training, and even the management of time during the 10, 11 days or the 8 days for during the trial censuses and the main census. There is a lot of interaction that we do during our trial censuses, and once we start the main census, so during the training, we do a lot of interactions, and we have evaluation forms that gives the trainees the opportunity to advise on certain things that will require a change.
My personal experience with Nipan Abia or a songwriter, because under music, Krano, you be an idea, will be a sound engineer, will be a songwriter, will be a vocalist, will be a guitarist, will be both drums, will be both but nenye specific. Unye say yebua bibian baby. Yes, we will have a fair idea, but in terms of specifics, said you bet me they planning. I hope I can be lucky because I struggled before seeing you.
What's the kind of there? Module on economic activity where you have occupations is one of the modules during the trial census you hunde attention na inyame bien o ma hena kumato ye osande da acheche mi ihwe ye question enuma in the identification of economic activities we have different levels. The first level is the major level, which has 10 broad categories. Then we further go down to the very details that we are talking about. That is the unit level, where we want to get the real specifics. Going into this census, we focus so much on the first, second, and third categorization, having in mind that we are going to do specific surveys that would help us drill down into the fourth, fifth, and sixth levels. And once we do exercises such as the labor force survey and even Ghana Living Standard survey, now we get the opportunity to train over a longer period. Don't forget that the census today it gives us a snapshot of what the issue is, and in between the intercensus period we get the opportunity to drill down to get the fine details at the lower level. Our focus going into this census is to, as much as possible, get the first three levels correctly, and then when we are doing our surveys, we can get those fine details. Having said that, we are still collecting the information on the lower levels, that the 4th to 6th in the 2021 PAC.
Nessa ubit in China, or you're worried because maybe say I was not too satisfied with the details because about a Juma, I believe say government names okay. By radio so because I do what you say. Producers se Kwajo Fojo ene Joshua Kwame Kule no Kofi Asanmo Abednego mo so do you say na government planner based on the details obet me a proper planning. near executing Yama or minor conquer. So I was a bit worried. We'll be tincheno a same feeling. So we become a majumano, na camera sanky a betroso or ye kinti weaving. We say, but yan trowum, it may be a buy and from a jumana and can one. Nipacona shouldn't be worried.
Yes, to them American, we don't have to be worried at all. Osande, we always complement data from the censuses with the surveys that we do over the intercensal period. Yes, we are doing a census, but we are not limiting it to only the counting of persons and the demographics. We have a module on economic activity, and damn question on occupation, which has 6 different levels. No, we are collecting information on all of them. If the very fine details, which is difficult to get within a very short space of time, no, it doesn't come out. Once we are doing these in-depth survey analysis, no, we will pick up these details and we'll get the proportions of these different occupations at the lower level. I'm
out for being so how to say details no more. Na moji one here, watching the details na copy baby for na data no. Na sentem concerns and be more raise both or number could be baby and send a message be open so would do one send the way come away any identity about data collections yana amount for aye a bit worried yana amount for so say be a bibi crania or move pem akano cre na juma or ye a bia based on a juma or into crowd between the near sky when you're near the saying any bit me are protected sa data ya yeji a dear bang in cranshan ya de magana for said the bear say bibi crowd or the beton chain no me feel macumum etimi data nama
Medasi say be say mfaso mpa and message him from 2 perspectives. What the law says and also in terms of operations no in shishaya yada to the make sure that obia or my data bia no obenya akumaterium there data no would only be used for development purposes, for statistical purposes, and we will not use the data for individual identification or the identification of any subgroup. Odikain Statistical Service Act na make one some 2019-1003 no. Issue clauses 50 and 51. My mentions were 51. 51 on the heading is assuring data providers on what the data is being used for and the confidentiality surrounding it. Inti enumerator or approach you me did the enumerator no approach you he or she did that. Obama we ehunde census damofaso na Obama hen. Na ne faso na chiri no obaka cho de data bia edba mahen bia no dam data no yebo use at the aggregate level. Inti data bia nyi ho ayedbo to na ya bodin de kwesi mensa no ho nsem ni ana adwa no ho nsem ni ana kobna no ho nsem ni ye collect data
ye kan ni na album
ye kan ye ni na wi ye kan ni na album either at the geographical level or at the demographic, economic, or whatever module level. Now you make sure that it's aggregated. Into data be a new one to ho at the unit level or by identify an individual. Into clause 51 of the Statistical Service Act 1003 what passed in 2019 no, is clear on that. Answer about clause 51 no, your clause 50 no. Now clause 50 no caption here strict confidentiality of the data you will provide. Inti data na edba maheno the only time or you open to a third party ni at the time response no actually field officer so field officer or capture data ni we are that data is strictly confidential. And what that means is that your data is protected, the privacy that it requires is assured. Now you make sure that biara ninsa inka damn data. Enumerator bia over diverge damn information will face the consequences associated with it. Intina in operations terms in terms of mechanical, each enumerator is asked to swear an oath of secrecy. In operations na yada to join to them mechanical once it can respond in enumerator no. Once the data sits on the tablet, we anonymize the data until the data were ready for analysis. Now you can anonymization of data. Anonymization of data and do change there. You be all the personal identifiers. Into once I am within for purposes of follow ups. Once I am address on for purpose of follow up no. Once the data gets onto it no, you be damn identifiers into obia nesabaka the micro data and that the data at the individual level on who or a person A or a person B and a person C in a bofka your friend anonymizing and de-identifying the data. Nyamin pengu so okay di obini same point nipa kro no on the personal no data yagin into interventions na yeda to in place to ensure that the data that we collect will do three things. It's strictly confidential, it will be used only at the aggregate level, and also assure our data users of the fact that we are using it for statistical purposes and not for any other purpose or by identify individuals.
Professor Samuel Enim any gusun any din komono na yabema kwai na so abemte na phone lines ne bebie ne ntem kakra so that the question bia wo happy so bisa prof ha na fu wanya adaje no watimi bisa no watimi amwa no ye ye pese after enen komono ye tie ho ase about dwumadie na ekoso no said ye be ya ade kye na obi bebo punu mu a wunim de oba beye ote de obeye na se unim de wosa woye ena nipa no so nim se wunim ntebema process ni nyina you smooth na bibia akopepepe after 14 days and the 4 do 9 echi na fe ye bibia, then we move on with our lives. It is 0302216561 and 0302216562. Prof ha into a question bia pese obi sana Franco Trading Enterprise kutaya sene mobile phone papa, printers papa, laptops papa, and a Franco TV papa or their benti, and ne wama no ma ton aye de ubetimi akotobi no akoton wanya mfaso into www.francotrading.com and francophones.com ebebo alomo betes ha ma ne de aye onoma ekoyie ensabi a onoma de be china hangover achew when we koba ne sa ya ne ha dwen se bi nche wo da won tiase me bi nche me da badamanfo aka etiboma de se ubenya alomo betes no anonom na fi ade chia wo de ahode na be so yakwa adwuma DBS for so kutayas no the Colourlink Plus chance pa no mo de aso yasene. Hello ba cho hoini.
Good evening.
Good evening. Hoini
Ajani mo ni because prof akoberia
ajani mo prof ha question we baby sa no
we be put question amencha abanga 1 banga mania interview that omo boy juma omo ta che na juma fe etisa omo se kaswa omo ko buru bi ni bo yi normal la tem na ye no kure ana tam bi chache omo hier security che omo ko be mo bia omo no be ko na omo ko ye ana abaye ja omo te omo ko na dam sa no then hardwiana
yo abanga yeda senesa abanga de na is about security ono ne concern say ye mo bambo bia na nti ukọ na obi pese oye obasabasa unkwa na wonam obeye ne den
Medasi that abanga we be Saddam question answer na ever start data collection this area adekra ya anticipate nti eto anamon call IGP ho na ye kedin komo kwana ye ba fado ye be make sure that at the district level no in areas are here protection would readily get it. Nyamiadum ye in kaka no G2 ma sisi amnyo kase onankasa wabo all the district police offices and stations na man there all census ejumada yekin yes census officers so akada one way di actually the district police station
there's a police for so boa mom djumadi amudi nim ma me fa call bi mra ye obesa chemu biu further e dey my hello
good evening
pacho hini
pacho ye se me dubu ahen
na ka se friend
pacho me ka se fo yibi
Edu wa prof ha question bi o ha
yo pacho you be decide how do obi nyama me kan ni o
so far 1 week ni nyina no obi ansi mo we ha kra
obi ama ye ho me kan ye wo yibi da ho
but ya na wo fie de
pacho ya me fi candies
ena oba ye nso no wabisa obi ama wachi anaasɛ bi a sɛ yɛba ɛnyɛ sɛ wo nkwa yɛkan wo nkwa yɛbɛto obi a wɔtumi gyinam obi a wɔnim wo paa ne ade wobisaeɛ sɛ obi ama hɔ
ɔkyɛ da bi yɛ hɔ de bi ama hɔ
wow okay prof ha ntiminim sɛ prof bi ya no a deɛ ɔka no na sɛ deɛ ɔka no ma mefa obi mmra hello oh wantimi anyina so mpacho sa fra bi prof ana afi question bi a opese obisa bia no bisa na afi yenyi no na yema obi antene ho ase as to de wose ye se de be ya adwumade no ebetimi awiem de prof na obi ka so omo area oyibi obi ama ho is it possible?
No, possible again me dana se do other to go e kai me started America San Macan districts we were greater Accra chalking and listening oracle a crew pun katamanso or yibi is under pun katamanso Mankasa Saturday nandeda me spend me days in our oyibi ye deploy support team in there to make sure that we'll chalk and list every structure
nessa hon so ede amobeko munya abotre yo ntuma mo oyibi no prof asema wo kan no munya abotre on beba hello yeah good evening why name
pacho obama bo edini
Oh mama na aka say friend
me fefi suhum
yo oh mama question bi our baby sa prof now
e me pese me bisa prof say bia ma ware na wo ba be kan me a e bia me yiri e wo se bia kofodua e hodo ye adwuma ote ho ena me so me ye adwuma me wo sihun ena me banso e ko school e wo se bia Accra eno me ma no information me yiri information no me na me de member information bema anasa me yiri na de member information bema
prof ha nti obeyi no e de amount yemfa ne se wabisa me ya bebisa me questions me yiri ne ho me yi ano ama me yiri what is the guarantee say e bia me yiri nso ko ba bia na omkoto na ono nso e bia wonim se ma ye bibisa enkoye duplication and the kwine ben ye be faso betimi hu say okay e din we eno an pie ha no na afi numbers no betimi accurate because ye nya accurate figures na e blutia definitely and also be affected hello about your name
about Andy ni aguna swedo
Andy
yes sir boss
prof Andy what question bi na wo asem bi a wo kan dey atoso
ne America concerning wo dia na because me no omuba no mbeka me na me say me yan emwa na ode makosha farming nti e be de hu say animal rearing na say omo yi fu ankasa no difference ne be da aba
yo and the no as about them say question with the prophet dike ya no say afei wo mo beko down na afei o ma get into specifics into e hon na say wo ye emwa kro no say ntwabo awu sankoko ni nyina betimi apiem hello mba cha hwan ni
anaya okasa fitabora
nanaya prof ha question and say bia wo nsem bia wa observe
ma memo prof abaso na menchia MPP abanga obo ya bona mra obi abedidi ono so chia pa question maybe sir prof maybe I be kan me kama na maybe sir prof say na ole dibu ha na ne ho mfa no ya be kan no by ya kan no na no wafi enti ano no so no ya be den na obi so ha wawo ya kan kwala ka ho obi so awo fresh eye ne ya enti ano so and my last question person Bishop Prof and say omoba and or carpet and what to ties na Bishop say no omoba beto ties am and to ties na say carpet ni bi am and person Prof bi ano
you prof how be here no dia my prof hello
yes Dr. Good evening
good evening ba joining
Mpacho Jennifer me first Mataeko.
Jennifer prof ha a question and a contribution.
Mpacho tuni na e vote.
Ko nim.
Mpacho omo be kan me. Na obaye no me Jennifer first so no so utimi ho so omo boade kama. Nti no Ghana fo hina nye ni sa ba ni amepese me ho ni se omo kan ye wie. Na foreigners edo so chen Ghana fo a eden na aban ne be.
You mo question no well noted. Yemfa for prof what to bo yemfa questions now e uma you be breaking once abem then near pick another set of questions hello
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pacho Wini.
Oh, maybe I'm here. I'm
Info.
Hello.
Yeah, info ni.
Auntie Julie.
Auntie Julie na boko there.
Manyamya dumo maybe some why.
You facha me e be pebre ni aberhwe wante facha me. Na ye hwe wo question na de ma prof na de wo hu bia na bibi na che wadwene.
The question is one question yes one more handicap disabled emruafo adade America say okwa we are disabled all the year your mouth aduane your mouth cannot say aduane no more can we say we answer we age na na won timi ejuma na ba no so ko round we start you know I say one so ko round one man timi yes one more aduane and so about 20%. And so I was going for now 1 year handicap 1 year one problem from a token. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. Miamra prof so mpacho yen hold on with the calls answer. Miamra prof so yen fa last one on. Okay you. Yen fa last one after yen Samra studio. Hello. Mpacho wani.
Kobi ni so to.
Kobi, question and answer contribution.
Question.
Bisa.
O bisa say ene didi. Lady no be kan obi sam say ne madidi. Na o ma ofe wo.
So bo nipa na ono be kan won na ebisa so wadidi ana wadidi e. Oh Debbie Emmanuel ono na ebisa so wadidi ana wadidi e.
Madidi. O ma me famous ebisa so me see e white ara.
Debbie mentia se brabio.
O bisa so me see e white ana me o ma me famous se ma de. Oh, true.
Oh, ja. Menyesa. Why pa? What it? Prof. Yes, I see free the chat one. Questions I omu bisa no. Ye bisa so see fita.
Dabi.
Ye bisa say what did they only there?
Dabi question be no sir.
Gana ye di bia dia go. So. But now mami afraid. Auntie Julie. No, Kabi say, it looks as if she's still Auntie Asiano, and Shadanya, yes, and say, oh, no, Nasma, what can I say? Oko babia, when you near your mount norma, what did them my amount norma? It's in the kind of yebekan and your kind of cakes. You who say, a month for the dem near their yemro monoma. Said you man, I am what you must say, you come on, man.
Madana Sida we bisa Osande data na you're collecting, you're being information on. Hona wo bre ansa na wa ye ejuma nti your module kura ye friend difficulties in performing activities nti ye rare fie na ya identify them microphone either the aged, the vulnerable, and now hona wo difficulties in performing activities na hona no ye the bibi ashe won same there o san wo tibia wo minti day na day Ghana Statistical Service juma ye in there ye be ye na ya kakacha abande e come from the northern regional hona wo bre wo ye me fan de wo hu ade wo dudu ye day e ba Ashanti region hona wo bre ansana wa kaida wo ye no wo dudu ye day na aban wa hwe interventions are audible to another abo hon into it's more about ye provide information to the government to help them be design policies, targeted policies for hona wo ye the aged and hona also what difficulties in performing activities.
Yeah, nipa na it looks as if nipa be who some of the questions as funny. Oh, and some be wa omu bisa omo kenkan ni bisa na nipa bi won so na we asebe wo so bisa edi kan se bisa so ofie ha sabe agyanan bia wa ha mo dem money at totals ana yen totals wo be bisa se na me na mato me dem tals e fa ho ben
na intina odi kan make there interviews na ye oyen komodi nti mesia ye training ye enumerators n ode anka wo cheche ode wo chere sent kwa ye bisa question num ansana we bisa question or no kwade se ba mo na be bisa mde mo wo ijanan bua hana anka bibia amfa wa or be respondent ni team na kakra nti cheche a ye de mo ho na wo kofu da warrior ni de sisia bibia ye du mpede me udi nkomo offer sanitation ho sanitation so ye kan na ye kan liquid waste solid waste na questions a ye pede ye bisa ibinyi toilet facilities or her mesia it dispose of ansana ebisa whether there it was toilet with your na in toilet urban questions on tiles na no keka no a ye pede ye hwe quality of the housing. Into commodimino or the member respondent no me catch a respondent there. Sisi abeba ye dunia baby sa ye bedin komo ofan if ye no ho nsam na da ye pede abano hunye deficit ayewo na quality of housing ayewo. Into questions ebe pisa nde wo ifom na wo ofie or ye bare ana or ye concrete ana or ye tiles. No boma aban we the extent to which are houses are you living in one or your quality to absorb us from some potential yerba yebenya as a result of the quality of housing ayo. Inti
yes, assembly you misana restays
onye de bisa
should come with some literature
or yen komodi
yenka bibi mfa ni animu ma ni panentiase ansa na question number. Wow. Anything na nipa ni bi hu ne so na we de na nkefa mo ben any ade itina se nchemu e wachi no it means we are enumerator na wunya nye sa we have about 6 days to go ukwa me se nipa no question ne keke one here obi be fan say offensive ana say private itina ukwa chichimu che nipa no ntiase ansana wabisa no questions said be ya obetimi atiase ye prof ojote some questions ego
but answer na mabe ma mfa to go asonye there ye enumerators wo prepare won ho because respondents ne pentam na wako nti obandama nkomodi afemi no ontum nkodo ye nti atoto share respondents ne wonya embre ma enumerators na wontum collect data na yehian ma mensha se wo question na obisa there ne that day ono that day na no so number so that day no oni tina census edwumedi no ye kan krofa ye kede ye mfa hona wo spend the census 90 no wo ifiduenum inti se owote ha na sa wo yeti baby na sa wo mbaso ti baby a ye kana oye headline population figure no ye behwe hona what that if you do no oye 27 June 2021 inti sa ehwe e kan no kotia ya ba kan beinu o baby foforo ya kan besia no so baby foforo na ya kan mbofama no so o baby foforo because osande one ba say na no was spend 27th night no o different places
ya farmer form said ya be ya beti ase me 27th no na mi ofie ya mfa ne se me nua amenenete 27th na onifie but as at the time I enumerated the be fie wo ba be kan no ye nyina ye ofie enti ono no ye be kan no wo ye ha ana so wo be sa akọ baabi ana wo won ne yakọ kan no ho
ye nkan no wo hon osande damano fan na onyi ho
but as at the time I ye kan no me ho
enti ye ba enti na ye bodewu wo 27 June 2021 because ye ba ye baby sade se nkrofo 5 no ho e be sade dam nkrofo 5 ni na no 27th no oton wo fio ana wan ton ho inti headline population figure no obekan ho na was spend 27th June o ufie
ye me dwadini na 27th ne to me na makofa no ma a me free kwan so ba ana ebiam kofa abode bi na sabre no na me wafum into the baby am kofa na ho na me die na 27th ne so ye me tenkan me de no ma na bankan gisa me sa akọ baby am kofa na ansa ne akan me ho anasa de
me da se de bisa na me chechem into me find e tu kwan na ka fa nyama be a ye be kan as part of our transit population. The American year, our headline population figure. Internet may emphasize on headline population figure. No, ye pede avoid the duplicates. It is the man of fanu to kwan or quantintin bia. You'll be part of our transit population. On nature ni yegnya headline population figure ni wia. Osande ye usual member or household num. Ye questionnaire ni yo nyame bien ye friend. Usual member present with visitors and our usual members are way absent. Inti although young can as part of them fiduenum because them 19 year absent no you beji information on that household, but to avoid double counting no young can headline population or them fienu because you be count as part of the transit population.
Na sabre no humi an as part of the transit population there.
In Shishana ya no obey difficult day yen sanan count osande ya chiche counting num or questionnaire num into 6. Into me fan there said the man of fan echo there eka fanyaman is spending 19 or hotel ye ken crofo a water hotel the man of fan. Even if you are not in transit, na say eda hotel a yebeken ho, eda hostel so a yebeken ho, sebio e outdoor sleeper so a yebeken as an outdoor sleeper.
Na se mekosa obi anipa no asa 27th no ya nkan ya ama ne fie. Ma free ho. Afei ni akọ nipa ne fie. Meanwhile me ni ho maba me fie. Ye kan no because 27th na nto me o me fie ni nti. Let's say when young kind me, hands why young kind me.
The 27th na no fano young can obiara all feed all institution 27th na no fano young can obiara.
It's the 27th. Near fancy prof 27th. Me ba ho fie na me da ho. 80 after 27th I started here ye we no. E na me ba me fie. Ye ko prof fie a. E prof said yes say one na be ka chem say 27th. Na kumi wo me ha. Na kumi ye nipa asomesi ana asomesi said ye be ya me sada no because of say na mini fie ntino ye ntwamenya because me ba me fie 27th I was not in the house yes. So next I want to see ntimi nkai me
ntina make there ye roster no or ye usual members present plus visitors inti ye ba wo fie ho a move me fan there 4th July wo fie ho a ye de facto population no wo be ken wo where you into e be a visitor wo dam me fie na e be dem into your headline population figure no will count you as a visitor at the residence spend the 27th night no to avoid you being counted twice no into 4th July na ya ba wo fie no question ye baby so on there 27th no where were you na yeba musumi fia we be say the 27th no hwanum na hwana na wo ha nti mobo midina na mabo usu dina kan na ya kan because you are there any my usual member present na all are a visitor for that night
that's to avoid duplication no e was so man for kanokre
yes
se na unifia
yes
na minifie enti say be kan wo ha na odi akopie ha na figures na afi na abluti
yes
na ama bayanya the original figures are go so nya no it no credit is the base e also be edi no kre
na ye be kai ntina ye boderu 27th June ho because ankaya na say oyo na whether either wana wandawa into my accurate figure
but nipa no beda ho wonim nipa no details ye yam fancy baby a wo free e bi kwa age kwa woni nipa na mo nhye da nim because omo buy omo beside specifics da ben ye wo busume ben ye wo afi ben mu ne ye wo etina obi wo ha amanfo ne amanfo nantia sa details we they don't know ebi onim nimfie average la na off head but the bad details are it better the dependent me average that gap
ntina make a roster no my kwan ye usual members present and visitors and usual members absent into both ni na no you collect information on them so that baby ever find one bia no one aye nyon kasan ba mahen the full information I hear about you
eti ya fa you bet my course no be me no be ana ba ko ya fa course no too na fi questions be hobia no munsu mi sa na fi wrap up hello number is 0302216561 and 0302216562 hello yeah hello pacho wine yeah we line ni munye clear pacho cha kakra ma me yo who question and our contribution manenko
yeah ọmọ ìyá ọmọ tí a ń tún kọ́ra yìí ọmọ àmà ẹni tó ń wúlò bí ọmọ ìgbéyàwó ọmọ ìgbà ìgbà pẹ̀lú ní depart ǹjẹ́ àmì yẹrẹ mi bí bá a sọ ọ̀yìn mọ́ ọ̀yà ọdẹ ìdí sàkẹ́ náà níbo ọ̀dì ẹ̀nà àwọ̀ tọ́lẹ̀ ó wá tó dẹ̀ mọ́tò ẹ̀nà ẹ̀dì àníbẹ̀ náà mi bí yẹn àwọn yẹrẹ mi sí ẹ̀kọ́ pa náà.
I know your questions are nipa na ebisa o. Debbie Tobo, a tin what answer is an experience that you had.
Radio channel. Who is
it's fridge near you. You, my man was no offense here. Fridge ne TV, TV at Tikopo, or digital TV. Dodo say now. sa details no amade den
me da se nti dwumadzi ye din adekura ye pede ye huni da bofkase of friend household wealth status nti you asset ownership functionality in a number no on a yede tutu ho ne yenya information on the wealth of the household. This is very important na you how people are going to cope if they have challenges. Yet that information the complement information yenya during Ghana Living Standard Survey obisa questions on expenditure and income. Inti dwumadzi ye do statistical service no is so integrated that at any point in time no data collecting almost some information in your other information you are able to assess BBT there the vulnerability of the household ada sisi am fan there say household no oni inyema about did no be see a household no obotuma ko hiem for the first time census here ye obama en kwanma ya calculate that bofukase more friend multi-dimensional poverty. Now that multi-dimensional poverty, my yehu nyama is deprived wom. Intimate fan there. If you don't have access to transporter, that's a BBC. Are you going to be denied of a hospital service?
There's a TV do now one near at least it gives a fair idea of
your wealth status.
Said you seek a seminary or no was sitting there.
Me pede kind of wealth or yes seek a same wealth. Yes.
It's in yes, Casa in the show, but to send
on your income, on your expenditure, on your score the bank, but wealth status.
That's your income and assets.
Yeah, it's assets. It's your assets.
It will be when they say a who here.
I mean, if you other modules now, you picky information on me find there your occupation, your economic activity, your education level. There is some relationship between wealth status and Adam other modules are your instrument team.
Yeah, for last caller, hello. Yeah, I'm joining. Obama, your chest room for a question and answer contribution. You be saying.
Yes, I once a young man, foreigners, and our foreigners, you say, I'm up for renting, and then I'm with maybe by no much with nephew or country or number, Ghana, no for Ghana food. What is it? Besides, uncle, you can't account one.
So I'm question with the way they can no say and yet for Ghanaians and once our Ghana and Kwana 27 200 dear. You be kind with Nimum, you be chim. So when you Ghana ni, and now we Ghana ni, and I'm a boy.
Yes,
less than one no. Into a kind will be a Nimum, yes, a bratcher, and quanta them. A bruisey a papa, muna, in your bones, a German ye, a number ye, a whole ye, and an afun ye. Now for yet me at him, I'm a BB at me because a prof. You better was a pie, you better was a sene, unya daje, now 1 year better na wabe church, no memo. It's moving forward. A dear now bekan. Ache Ghana for efadwumadie no so far baby am free baby ayadri dia aka dia woso manfo e dia ni kwaso manfo e nyina boni nyina to faman e dia be futu na de Ghana for
Madasipi odikan madendasiba ma obiara o Ghana he bia de wata ye chimaya ye edwumadin abepem ende tidema ye dikan ke no ye de 2 weeks to order ye chalking and listing na sisia so enumeration no ye mu 1 week na Ghana wana wo Ghana ha na wa ma ye kwan ma ye tuma ye edwuma na order ye nyimi tidema ye dikan ke no wa kan 6 days na wa official data you do to go there you boy adwuma we do you to toss there one day one man dam supporting ye koye nyimi you set up call center number ni 0800 426 426 0800 426 426 a toll free number
0800 426 426 a toll free wow 8th na one can wa today ma in there nkwofa can wa fra work in ye to toss Ghana one Ghana there one free there one can one na ye be ye mwa na ye ya boho na ye make sure there obi can or your shared responsibility or not just a civic responsibility ye mbo na dam data ye sabekin for the next 10 years obey ye basis for your democracy obey ye basis for your development obey ye basis ye mna ye nwa beji de ye Ghana for ama mpunto a ye hwehwen ye nsaka medagana medawana Ghana for na ase Yeah, do I see, sir, we are dodging now by but advert no, the ubon, mumma inkum, my be, my idea, but inkum more. Said the bay, no, maybe I send Kumoya, I mean, some way engagements, I would do any other, but Abribiano means a production team, the Quambe Mubia, to said the Naya last week, ye bet to us enough, yet me didn't come out down more, Nafi ya whatever be down, Magana for what I say. Here he has also be adding a wedding, Ejimunti, the run it dear. Woman in kum more, and my who here, as a Nipanan, Tiasia, where you my building. Ti de ro no man nko mayen prof nyamisha bebe nyamisha Professor Samuel Kobna enim ene ene na twetwe nkomo no every 8 o'clock ene ye sha se ye kaja agum na ya twetwe nkomo ahwe population and housing census said the normal AC kwani ade sisi wo hwa aka no ndu no kwanya abo ye bre na ye na mase na ye mfamo ensi asmaka ye ho from that time e dia ba bepem summary mo a mutimi efre ye nyamisha mo a mwantimi amfre mo a send a message adubo a message out there send no kwaku you are doing well, God bless you so much, keep on doing the good work you adubo a ye da wase messages ne do so but yentimi kenkan ni nyina esa e branding tea mo nyina nyamisha mo a wuti ye nyame inshallah ye mpa bo nyina ne se nyina ye de betimi aye na Ghana enfanentimapa infra essence nkwaye da empanyini se etano esabinom ni obidum bie kwa dukumi and the burning issues jumadie and me na metena mu ma akua boachewa yi Adom prof nyame fanko ebi wa encha obeba into obeba betena sna fe sumpa wode somono wasa beto aso naja akora mesma kope baby abata kakra kwajo for list well abedna go kwesi asante asie Joshua Kwame Kulenu saso na Milovan womo ene bom chidon bom adontema enne burning issues jumedie so yede ebre wo happy birthday enko enfama Elder Tawia for Prophetic Church of Ghana so home Kofija district eho ena wo way every Milovan any Mabel and chain. God bless you so much. See you on to one. Sorry so dear.